Hey guys, before we get into the video, I realize there's probably a lot of new subscribers lately, so if you're one of the new people and you weren't aware that I had a video covering Zephyr already, this was about 4 weeks ago, so you might want to give that video a watch first if you're not familiar with the project or how to mine it. But that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. What's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mine Something. If you're new here, my name is Jake, and in today's video, Zephyr is proposing some changes to the tokenomics that I want to go over with you guys. But before we do, if you would do me a favor, hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so by the end of the video. So as of July 19th, on their Discord, they made an announcement with a new block reward breakdown, and they also included a link to this in case you guys are not part of their Discord, and I'll leave a link to this down in the description below. But if we take a look at the proposal breakdown, essentially what it's saying is currently the block reward is split between the mining reward of 95% and governance reward of 5%. Block reward breakdown proposal. At the time of writing, Zephyr Protocol's stablecoin system has not launched yet. The following section is a breakdown of the proposal block reward breakdown. The figures are subject to change and will be reviewed after Zephyr Protocol's public testnet launching on the 1st of August of this year of 2023. And as you can see, we're dropping from 95% of the reward down to 75% of the block reward. And then 20% of the block reward is allocated towards bolstering the Zeph reserve and as an additional incentive mechanism for reserve providers in Zephyr's protocol over collateralized stablecoin system. And then 5% still goes to the governance. So, as far as taking 20% away from the miners, sure, there is probably going to be a little bit of pushback here, but it will go to a vote. The big question is what is everybody going to decide to do? Now, me personally, I think it's extremely important that there is enough Zeph reserve to provide liquidity towards this over collateralized stablecoin system. However, I think there will be a few miners that do not go quietly into the night. Like I said, there may be a little bit of pushback here. Now, my big question is why wasn't this thought of initially before the launch of the coin? It sure feels like this should have been thought of in advance before launching the coin. Maybe it was, maybe they knew that it would come to this point and there would be a vote to change it later. I don't know exactly why it wasn't broken down this way from the beginning, but it is important for everybody to cast their vote. Now, as far as rewards are concerned right now, as you can see, difficulty is continuing to increase, even though price is currently not as high as it's been. At one point, I think we got up to about $4 upon release, but lately it's been sitting at around $2. But you can see difficulty is as high as it has been. Now, as far as losing 20% of the reward, when we take a look at hashrate.no, you can see that Zeph is one of the most profitable things to mine on a CPU. And if we take, for example, the Epic 7742, if you were to lose 20% of your revenue, so we'll say 67 cents in profit at 13 cents per kilowatt hour, 20% of that, you would lose approximately 18 cents, which is still going to put you above the second most profitable algorithm to mine, which currently is NiceHash on Monero. So, yes, it is going to affect profitability. However, if we want to get the stablecoin reserves backed and over collateralized, then this may be necessary in order to do that. And of course, it's subject to the price of the coin Zephyr itself. So if the coin goes up 20%, then it's pretty much a moot point. But nonetheless, definitely something to be aware of. And if you take a look at total hash rate right now, we are currently sitting somewhere around 677 megahash, and at 700 megahash, or actually it shows current is 715, but at 700 megahash, that is the equivalent of approximately 55,000 Ryzen 9 3900Xs. So, as far as how many people are mining this, it's a considerable amount. If you look at something like Take, for example, Monero obviously has a lot more hash rate, but this being the most profitable thing to mine on a CPU at the moment, then I would imagine that we are going to see a continued increase as long as it is the most profitable thing to mine with a CPU. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? Is the proposal going to go through, or is there going to be enough pushback that we say no? And if so, how will that affect their ability to over collateralize and put some reserves in Zeph? Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Do me a favor, hit that like button and hit the subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.